We all know medicine is about, like, the science,
Yeah,
chemicals and compounds and all that.
right.
But what if your mind, just by thinking, could actually help you heal or even, and this is kind of wild, make you sicker?
Yeah.
Today, we're going deep into the placebo effect.
It's pretty fascinating. Basically, your body changes just because you think you're getting a treatment.
Even if it's totally fake.
Like a sugar pill.
Yeah,
Makes your pain go poof.
exactly. And we're not
Yeah.
talking just feeling better in your head. This is real, measurable stuff happening in your body.
Real deal.
So we've got some crazy placebo stories. Some are unbelievable, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
We'll also break down the brain science behind it.
The chemistry. It's wild.
Then we'll get to the kind of scary part,
Yeah.
the nocebo effect.
The dark side. Get ready to rethink what your mind can do.
Big time. Okay, first story.
Ah.
Picture this. You're in a study for a new antidepressant.
Okay.
You're having a really bad day, like the worst. And you just down 29 of the pills, thinking they're the real deal.
Oh, no.
But they're placebos. What happens next shows you the power of belief.
It's scary how strong it can be.
His blood pressure totally tanks. He can barely breathe. It's an emergency.
Straight to the hospital.
Doctors are freaking out. They have no clue what's wrong. They don't know it's just sugar pills.
It's incredible how the body reacts.
The craziest part is what happens when they tell him the truth.
Yeah.
The second he knows it's placebos, his vitals go back to normal. Like that.
No way. Just from knowing.
Just like that. His body freaked out because of what he thought the pills would do.
The mind is so powerful. It really makes you think.
Totally. Okay, next one. Fake knee surgery that worked better than the real thing.
Wait, what?
Seriously. So this was back in 2002.
Okay.
They had these folks with terrible knee pain.
Chronic pain.
Yeah, really bad. They split them into two groups. One got real knee surgery.
Okay, makes sense.
The other got sham surgery.
Sham? What's that?
It's like they pretend to do the surgery, they make the cuts, you go through the motions.
But they don't actually fix anything.
Exactly. And here's the kicker.
Yeah.
The sham group recovered just as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes even better than the real surgery group.
No way. Just because they thought they had surgery.
Just because they thought so. It messed with everyone's heads.
That really changes how you think about medical stuff.
It makes you wonder how much is the actual treatment and how much is just believing it'll work.
Huge implications, like could just believing in recovery be as important as the surgery itself?
Right. It's a total mind game.
Yeah.
Okay, one more wild one. People getting drunk without a drop of alcohol.
Drunk on nothing. How?
This was a social experiment. They gave folks non-alcoholic beer,
Okay.
but they told them it was the real deal, full of booze.
Sneaky.
And you know what? People started acting totally wasted.
Slurring words, stumbling around.
All of it. Even doing things they'd only do if they were tipsy or totally drunk.
Wow. So their brains basically simulated being drunk?
The brains were tricked, all because of what they were told.
That shows you expectations don't just change how you feel, they change how you act.
It's kind of freaky, right?
Totally.
So we see the placebo effect is real. But how does it work? What's going on in our brains?
Well, when you believe something will help, your brain releases all these chemicals.
Chemicals.
Yeah, like neurotransmitters. They're how your brain cells talk to each other.
Okay, so what are these chemicals doing?
Well, one of the big players is dopamine.
Dopamine, that's the feel-good one, right?
Exactly. It's all about pleasure, motivation, reward. When you think a treatment will work, your brain releases dopamine.
So it's like your brain is rewarding you for believing.
Yeah, in a way. And that makes you feel even better, so it reinforces the whole cycle.
That's pretty clever of our brains.
Right. And there's evidence of this in Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, the movement disorder. Placebo pills can actually increase dopamine in those patients.
Really?
And that can actually help their symptoms, at least for a bit.
That's amazing. So what about pain? We've seen placebos help with that too.
For pain, it's all about endorphins.
Endorphins.
Yeah, they're like your body's natural painkillers.
Oh, like morphine.
Kind of. They kick in when you're stressed or in pain.
To make you feel better.
Exactly. And get this. A fake painkiller can actually trigger endorphin release.
Because you think it's the real deal.
Exactly. Your brain's like, oh, painkiller, time to release the good stuff.
So it's tricking your body into healing itself.
In a way, yeah. And it's not just pain. Endorphins also affect your mood.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you feel less pain and happier.
Double win. And you see this with athletes too. Like, if they think a drink will boost their performance,
Even if it's just sugar water.
yep, they can get an endorphin rush and actually perform better.
Just from believing it.
The mind is a powerful thing.
It really is.
Hmm.
Okay, what about mood in general? We've talked about feeling better, but what about actual mood disorders?
That's where serotonin comes in.
Serotonin.
It's key for mood, happiness, feeling good overall if you think something will improve your mood.
Like an antidepressant.
Right. Your serotonin levels can actually go up just from the expectation.
So it's like your belief is kickstarting the healing process.
Exactly. It's why the placebo effect is so strong in antidepressant studies.
Interesting. So we've got dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, all these happy chemicals.
Right, and we can't forget about opioids.
Opioids, like the heavy-duty painkillers.
Your brain makes its own opioids too. They're like natural morphine.
Wow.
They block pain signals and help you relax, and guess what?
Right.
Even fake painkillers can activate those opioid pathways.
Seriously, so a sugar pill can do what morphine does.
In a way, yeah. Your belief triggers the same response.
That's incredible. But you said there's a dark side to this.
Yeah, the nocebo effect. It's the opposite of placebo.
So if believing something will help can make you better, believing it'll hurt can make you worse.
Exactly. And it can get pretty intense. We're talking about belief having life or death consequences.
Like people actually dying because they believe they'll die.
There are cases like that. It's pretty unsettling. And it shows just how powerful the mind-body connection is.
So are you saying that if you believe you're cursed, you can actually die from it?
It sounds crazy, but there are documented cases across different cultures. Like in Aboriginal Australia, there's this thing called bone pointing.
A bone pointing.
Yeah, a shaman points a bone at someone. And it's believed that if you see it, you're doomed.
And people die from that.
Yeah, they waste away and die within days or weeks. No poison, no injury, nothing.
That's terrifying.
It seems the stress and fear are so intense that the body just shuts down.
Like their mind is telling their body to die.
Exactly. And there's voodoo death in Haiti.
Voodoo, like with dolls and spells.
Sometimes, but it's more about the belief in the curse. People get cursed, then get sick and die.
With no medical explanation.
Right. Autopsies show nothing. It's like their mind is killing them.
That's so messed up.
It is. And it's not just ancient stuff. There are cases in South Africa with witchcraft. Yeah, it's called Tagati. People believe they've been cursed, then they get weak, stop eating, and die.
Again, with no physical cause.
Exactly. It's the belief in the curse that seems to be the killer.
So how did that even work? How can just believing something make you that sick?
It's all about stress. When you believe you're cursed, your body goes into overdrive.
Like fight or flight mode.
Exactly. Your brain pumps out hormones like cortisol and adrenaline.
Those are the stress hormones, right?
Yep. And a little bit is fine, but too much for too long is really bad for you. It weakens your immune system, messes with your heart, everything.
So the stress from the belief is literally killing them.
Basically, it's like their body is convinced it's in mortal danger, even though there's no real threat.
That's so wild. So even though we live in a scientific world, this nocebo effect can still happen.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not with curses, but the power of negative belief is still there. Like people who think Wi-Fi is making them sick.
Even though there's no proof.
Right. Or think about how a negative diagnosis can affect someone's recovery.
Like if they're told they're going to die, they might just give up.
It's a real phenomenon. Our beliefs and fears have a huge impact on our bodies.
So we need to be careful about what we believe.
Absolutely. Make sure your beliefs are working for you, not against you.
Good advice. But let's go back to the placebo effect. It's not just about dramatic stuff like curses, right?
Nope. It's everywhere. You see it in everyday life all the time, like with workout supplements.
Oh yeah, all those powders and pills that promise amazing results.
A lot of them don't actually have anything in them that works.
So people are getting ripped on sugar.
Sometimes, yeah. It's the belief that makes them feel more energetic or stronger.
Their brain is tricking their muscles.
Pretty much. And you see it with brand name versus generic drugs, too.
Oh yeah, like Advil versus the generic ibuprofen.
Exactly. People often say the brand name works better, even though it's the same stuff.
It's all in their heads.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
And get this, the price of a placebo can affect how well it works.
You're kidding.
Nope. They did a study where people got fake pain pills. Some were told the pills cost $100.
Right.
The others were told they cost $10.
Okay.
The people who thought they got the expensive pills felt way less pain.
Just because they thought they were fancy.
It seems like it. Our brains are weird.
Totally. So, if our beliefs are so powerful, can we actually use them to heal ourselves?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
You can't just think yourself healthy, but you can definitely use your mind to help.
How?
Well, positive self-talk is a good start.
Like telling yourself you're strong and healthy.
Exactly. It can actually boost your immune system and reduce stress.
That's pretty cool.
It is, and their visualization techniques, athletes use them all the time.
Like picturing yourself winning the race.
Exactly. You're basically giving yourself a mental placebo.
But it works.
It can. It primes your brain for success. And even rituals and routines can help.
Like having a lucky charm.
Yeah, if you believe it brings you luck, it can make you feel more confident and focused.
Just because you believe it.
Your mind is a powerful tool. And don't forget about meditation.
Meditation.
Studies show it can actually trigger placebo-like effects. Less pain, less anxiety, all that good stuff.
So using our minds can actually help us heal.
It's not a replacement for medicine, but it can definitely be a powerful complement.
Awesome. So what's the big takeaway from all of this?
Your mind and body are way more connected than we realize, and your beliefs, whether good or bad, have a real impact on your health.
We've seen it. Fake surgeries, fake pills, even fake curses.
And the cool thing is, if we can harness that power, we can potentially use it to improve our lives.
So the next time you pop a pill or try a new workout routine, think about the placebo effect.
Maybe it's not just the pill or the workout that's working. Maybe it's your belief that's making the difference.
It makes you wonder, how is the placebo effect playing out in our lives every day?
It's worth thinking about.
Totally. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the placebo and nocebo effects.
It's been fascinating.
The mind-body connection is truly incredible. So as you go about your day, pay attention to your beliefs,
Yeah, what are you focusing on? What are you expecting?
because your beliefs could be shaping your reality more than you realize.
They absolutely could.
And if you're interested in learning more about this, there's a ton of research out there. It's a really fascinating field.
Lots to explore.
Just remember, always talk to your doctor before making any big health decisions.
Safety first.
Thanks for listening.
And keep those placebo powers working for you.
See you next time.